you guys again. I just want to talk a little bit about some stoves I've used over the years and my take on canister stoves. I've never really got involved with white gas stoves. I know they're really good in cold weather, but I don't generally backpack or do a whole lot like that in the very extremely cold weather. So I find canister stoves work pretty good for me. If I'm going out for a day hike and I know I can have a fire, believe it or not, I like to use just a soup can that I obviously cleaned out, made a little bail with a coat hanger and a little hook out of the same coat hanger to hook on a stick over an open fire to boil water for cocoa or coffee. I mean, it's about as inexpensive as you can get as far as a cook system, and it's entirely functional. I mean, if you can afford a can of soup, you can make one of these. Back when I got out of high school, this was what everybody used. I graduated back in '79, so I'm kind of dating myself, but this was made by a French company called Bluet. It's B-L-U-E-T. And again, for the time, this was the thing they used for backpacking. We did a lot of canoeing and kayaking back, after school and whatnot. But I mean, this was it. It's a canister stove of sorts. The canisters themselves, they're butane, not the mixture that we use in the modern day, if you will, canister stoves. And the cans themselves, once you attach the stove, it actually punctures the top of the can. So once you take these clasps off, you'll lose all your fuel. So once it's on, you leave it on until it's out, or not out, but empty, and then you carry on. But yeah, I mean, it still works. I won't get it going for you now, but it actually still works. There's one other container that's unopened still. I still have. And again, I mean, the thing is, for the time it was good, but with this canister now and everything you see here, it's probably close to 3 pounds. So, I wouldn't want to lug this around nowadays, but again, for the time it was nice. Another thing I've tried, and if I really want to go extremely lightweight backpacking, I made an alcohol stove that I'll show you here out of a couple Heineken cans, 12-ounce Heineken cans. And I'll show it to you now. This is a lid I made out of some step flashing. It works actually pretty good. Roughly for a normal burn, 2 ounces of fuel. I use denatured alcohol. You can use heat. It's essentially the same thing. But again, this is an inexpensive, efficient way of boiling water. I mean, mainly when we go backpacking, we're boiling water for dehydrated foods or mountain house type things. So I don't really get involved with some, any fancy cooking. That's fine with me. It's a little primer pan made out of the same flashing. This stove, again, it's 2 Heineken cans pressed together with some 1/16 of an inch drill holes in the rim here with a thumb screw. And what you do is you take the thumb screw out, fill the unit with fuel, put the thumb screw back, squirt a little fuel in the primer pan, light it up, and there you go. I made this windscreen out of the same type of flashing with some galvanized mesh that acts as a pot stand right there. And once it gets going, I mean, to boil this is 16 ounces of water. To boil this takes about 5 to 6 minutes, but if you're not in a rush, who cares, right? Very lightweight. This whole package, including fuel, probably weighs 5 to 6 ounces, if that. It's just another option. Again, I use that on occasion. This is the cook kit I generally use. I'm kind of fond of the MSR Pocket Rocket. It's everybody's seen these. There's videos all over YouTube, so I'm not going to fire these stoves up, but yeah, there it is. Everybody's seen them. They're bomb-proof. You can simmer this thing down if you want to simmer, or let it rip. I mean, it does actually sound like a rocket. It's pretty loud, but it gets the job done for sure. I use that with this here little kit. Again, I made another cover out of flashing with some strainer holes. I like to use this Jetboil 4-season fuel, especially if I'm snowshoeing. Works good in the winter. 17, 18 degrees this winter, the lowest I've been out, and works fine. And this is the pot I use. It's part of a kit I got at Walmart. this pot, this one, smaller one, and a couple lids. The whole thing with a mesh bag was like 20 bucks. And it's hard anodized aluminum, you really can't go wrong. But yeah, you know, the pocket rocket stove on the canister, the pot. I use these Cedar Summit collapsible mugs here. I think they're great. You can hold it on the top, it don't burn your hands. It's not metal, it's rubber. Cleans up easy. And another thing I like is it fits perfectly in the bottom of my pot. That's my go-to kit, if you will, when I'm going for a long weekend or a 2 or 3 day trek in the woods. And yet another option here is this Optimus Crux stove. This thing rocks. It's pretty much just as fast as a pocket rocket in boil time. And the neat thing about this is it can basically fit under a canister with the concave there, and you can fit that in your pot. It's not as bulky as the pocket rocket. It's kind of neat. Again, it weighs, I think it's essentially the same as the pocket rocket. I'm not exactly sure, but it collapses like this. And these little pot stands come out like this. There you go. Again, very efficient. Gets the job done. It's just another option. There's a plethora of stoves out there to buy. These are just the ones I've used and tried and have. So there you have it. And you know, anywhere from a soup can to a modern day canister stove, and this old relic here. I mean, they all work. They're all functional. It's just a matter of what makes you happy. And we'll see you on the next one. Happy trails.